There's an alien war, and we gotta help them. Hey, I'm Amy, and welcome back to the horror checklist. We are almost done, and it's sad, but I'm having a great time, and I'm loving it. Today, we are talking about This Island Earth. It is one of the classics that we are talking about today. I did not know anything about what this was when I went into it, and watching it, it did take a little bit for me to kind of get into the whole flow of what was happening. It wasn't until like almost 20 minutes into the film where Cal and his assistant Joe are starting to build the interrogator that really things started to pick up, and it really started to hold my attention, because that's when we get to introduced to the aliens and we get to learn about these science projects, and it's very interesting. There is bits and pieces throughout the film, or at the beginning of the film, where Cal is telling Joe that there's some kind of project that they're working on, and that never really gets filled in or finalized, or anything else with that comes to fruition, except for the fact that it's some kind of like nuclear energy source that Cal is working on that the aliens want. They need it to help build the layer of protection over their planet later on. I don't remember exactly the words that they used. It takes a while to explain and build up everything, but once they start explaining it, it does it in a very interesting and easy way to understand. It's not like super interesting, but it does it in a way to understand. Building the suspension up, they do a great job of that as well, because when Cal gets to the compound, everybody's acting very, very strange, so you're confused and you want to know what's up, and it's just a big old ball of confusion. But then finally they do explain everything, especially things like what Exeter and his boss want, because it does end up having that classic they seem like the bad guys kind of vibe, even though they are the good guys and they do need our help, or they need Cal's help rebuilding their atmosphere or whatever it is to protect their planet from the guys that are trying to kill them with asteroids. A couple other things that I really liked about this were the aliens that they keep as pets. They're like mutant aliens that Exeter and the rest of his, I guess the rest of the aliens like him, I don't know what they're called. I don't remember what they're called. I probably should have checked that. They're like plant-like aliens. They are very strange looking, but they definitely look like they maybe inspired the aliens from Mars Attacks, because they do have those big like bulbous head with the big giant eyes. It's very strange, and I saw them on the cover, and as soon as I saw them in the movie, I was like, oh wow, they do look a lot like those Mars Attacks aliens. Even though I've never seen Mars Attacks, I've seen pictures, and pretty much everyone knows what the Mars Attacks aliens look like. I also really loved how beautifully colored it is. It is so bright, and all of the colors are just so vibrant on a lot of the posters, and I think this doesn't have it, but a lot of the posters that you see for this movie, I think it's on the IMDb page as well, it does advertise that it is in Technicolor, which was a big thing at the time. I think this movie was made in the 50s or 60s, so color was becoming a really big thing. But there are some points where their color grading is just very weird. There is one room in particular where they change it so drastically that it changes the people's color on their faces. They looked a little bit like Violet in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory when she eats the bubble gum and she turns into a giant blueberry. And I absolutely loved the matte paintings when they get to Metaluna at the end. They are exquisite and beautiful, and just I wish that they still did matte paintings in film today, even though they do look very obviously like they are drawn and they are not walking in front of something real. I like that. I like the practicalness, the look of that. CGI sometimes just, even though it looks great and it looks a lot more real, having these matte paintings just, you know, gives it another, just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I love these old films like this that give me this cozy feeling. I talk about it a lot. Having these practical effects when they couldn't necessarily do some of these CGI stuff that we do today gives it this nice little touch that I absolutely love. But that's pretty much all I got for This Island Earth. If you have seen it, let me know what you think in the comments down below. It is a classic if you do want to watch this movie for yourself. If you have not seen it, there is an Amazon affiliate link in the description. And of course, if you do purchase it, I will get a small percentage that'll help make this channel even better. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate you. Whoever you are, let me know here in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because I love talking these movies, TV shows, filmmaking, mystery, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.